Starting next Monday, for the entire week, the charitable organisation Islamic Help are challenging you to go for a week without eating any meat at all.
That's right. It's all part of the No Meat Week challenge. It hopes to inspire a healthier diet for Muslims and also aims to help those less fortunate in Gaza. And here to tell us more, we're joined by Toyris Mia from the charitable organisation Islamic Help. Good evening.
Good evening. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to the show. What's all this about?
A whole week without meat.
Listen, it sounds hard, right? I've been building it up to everyone. I'm like, it's harder than Ben Nevis, it's harder than Snowdon, it's harder than Kilimanjaro. Get this, the people that have done all three of these challenges, I've said to them, go for a week without meat. They're like, no, that's a big challenge. Alhamdulillah, so far, I've been able to do it for 2 weeks. It is possible. It is possible. I wouldn't put anyone through this without testing it myself, but it's extremely possible.
OK, bring us some facts and figures, because one of the reasons why you're doing this is to promote a healthier diet amongst Muslims here in the UK. And that's because Muslims account for 2% of the population but eat how much meat?
20%.
Wow.
So we eat way more meat than the rest of the population.
We eat a lot more meat than the rest of the population.
In fact, I was reading that actually, if you then single out mutton, we eat something like 40% of the mutton in the UK, even though we make up a tiny percent of the population. But that's good news, man. It's good news. All that nice, tasty burgers and kebabs.
It's not good news, honestly. I am a big meat eater. This is literally why I started it. I'm a huge, big meat eater, okay? And people might be looking at me like, why is this guy talking to us about going on a diet? I tried it myself. This all started because I was eating so much meat and I thought, I need to cut back. So I thought, let me just start on vegetables, nothing else, fruits and vegetables. And I felt so much better. I felt a lot better about myself. You just feel more energized, you sleep better.
Now, Toyris, this is all in aid of people in Gaza. So let's bring it back to that. Tell us about the project and how we're raising money at the same time as this.
Okay, so I'll try and give as much information as I can in a short space. In Gaza, obviously, we've seen the recent conflict, and because of that, a lot of the actual livestock that was there was killed. So now there's a reduced number of livestock there. On top of that, homes were destroyed, families were displaced, and now they don't have anywhere to store any food that we'll give them. So when Qurbani, the day of Eid comes up, they're going to be receiving meat, but they have nowhere to store it. So they have to cook all that meat in one day. Great. Right? What we're going to be doing, inshallah, is we're going to be slaughtering livestock outside of Gaza, putting it in cans, canning this meat, and then bringing it into Gaza, distributing it to the families, and then they can have it.
And there's a special reason for putting them into a can?
Yes, the can was actually first invented over 200 years ago to provide sailors with meat. Because they used to have to go out to sea with salted meat all the time. It was making people sick. They didn't like it. So that's why we're putting it in cans. It preserves it for up to 3 years. So, you know, they can choose when to have it. They can have it over weeks, months, 3 years.
Well, look, as they say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. If you're going to make us all give up meat, how about our guests? You prepared to give up meat for a week?
Sounds tough.
I'm on my way to Hajj, so it's going to have to wait.
Look at that, excuses from the sofa. Toyris, if we're going to be eating something else, alternatives, you've brought all this wonderful food in here. It looks fantastic. The meat, obviously, is to show what we're not going to be eating. We've got lots of raw meat there, as you can see. You're going to be making us, what? A falafel wrap.
A falafel wrap.
It sounds like something hip-hoppy, but we're not talking about hip-hop, are we?
No.
We're talking about rap now. Okay. Why is a falafel wrap good?
Falafel wrap is actually very good because it contains a lot of chickpeas, and chickpeas will provide... For anyone who goes to gym, right, they're going to be saying, I don't want to give up any chicken. I'll get my protein from chicken.
Hajj, for example.
Yeah, as well.
Needs to be having a lot of protein.
So they want a lot of protein. Chickpeas provides you with a lot of protein.
Listen, put your money away. Let's see some action, man.
All
Pull the table over. It's there. You
All
put
right,
it over
let's
towards
do
us.
this.
So what are we going to have in our falafel wrap? Obviously, we're going to start with some wrap bread.
Yep, we're going to start with some wrap bread. In our falafel wrap, we've obviously got to have some falafels.
Come on, man.
Falafels.
Give us some more information than that. We're going to have wrap bread and falafels. We know that much.
This is how simple it is, right? You're going to get one of these wraps. Very simple.
Yeah.
You get this hummus. Now this is Moroccan top hummus, so it's a bit spicy. It's got some onions on top and stuff like that.
Overload here.
Yeah, honestly, the protein you're gonna get is crazy. You'll be going gym every day.
But will it taste as good as a meat sandwich?
Guarantee you, it will probably taste better.
Come on, man. That's a big thing, man. To say it's going to taste better than my nice chicken wrap or my kebab wrap.
Look, this is how easy it is, right? You just smother the hummus on, get some falafels, crumble them on there. No meat here at all.
Okay. Sheikh Umar, what do you reckon? Falafel wrap?
You know, I usually do chicken shawarma, but you know.
Are you up for trying this?
Sure.
But
Look at that, we're
all
gonna get
in
some-
aid of charity, Sheikh, so, you know,
All in
we'll
aid of
be able to do
Hey, I
this.
love falafel.
Dr. Keith, what do you think?
Sounds very nice.
It looks pretty tasty, doesn't it? It's not great. It needs something more juice. I can see there's a lot of green going in
Yeah,
there
so
as
these
well.
are just mixed leaves. There's baby spinach leaves and some various other leaves. Leaves are good. Green is good. We've got some red peppers in there as well.
We like
Just
it,
dash
we
that
like
on
it.
there.
Is there enough juice? Because you know what? You never want anything to be too dry. Is there
No,
enough?
I've got some lemon juice here. Don't worry.
That's right. It's not-
Here we go.
So you just squeeze that on
That's
there.
nice.
You thought about that.
Yeah, I thought about everything. Don't worry, Raheem.
Are you convinced, Dr. Keith, that meat consumption, too much meat is not good for you?
I'm not a doctor.
I know
by
you're
any
not a
means.
medical doctor, but it doesn't matter. Listen, in the
I
Asian
would trust my
community,
GP.
if we can call you doctor in the Asian community, that's good enough. But you yourself, are you somebody who likes to eat a lot of meat?
I eat a reasonable amount. I don't think I'm above average, shall I say? But
Yeah, I'm well above average. I know that when it comes to meat. Who's going to try that first?
Who's going to try this?
Ryan,
Come
go
on then.
ahead.
I'll go
need
for
to
it
Go
now.
for it. Hold the bottom
I'll
so
go
nothing
for
falls
this.
out.
Hold the bottom so nothing falls out.
Yeah.
So all we've got really here is hummus, falafel, vegetables,
Yep.
and that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It smells really good, actually. That lemon juice
Smells really nice. The
This
lemon
is
juice.
incredible when you toast it as well.
Well, I said I'd be honest.
You said you'd be honest.
It's very tasty.
Thank you.
It is
Sheikh,
indeed.
can we interest you in a quick bite?
Sure, inshallah.
Go and hand it over. Look at this. Pass the
Pass the wrap.
pass the wrap like a baton.
Your chef.
Try the other side, Chef. You do.
Bismillah.
It's actually really nice. I think the falafel does a good job of substituting
It's
meat.
very good,
Yeah.
The hummus is good. It gives you the garlic. You've got all the
Yep.
you've got all the crustiness. We'll make another one for Dr. Keith. So you can give that a try.
Yeah.
You know, you taste the freshness in it as well.
What?
The freshness in it. It's very fresh. It's very. You can taste all those different
It
ingredients.
is,
Yeah, there's a lot of texture in there as well. You've got crispiness, you've got some soft textures in there. There's a lot of crumbling going on as well.
I think you've
you
very
can't
nearly convinced
miss meat.
us.
Trust me, you have to do it.
I
Go
think
a
you very
week
nearly
without
convinced
meat.
us. But as part of your advertising campaign,
Yep.
you came up with a very creative idea, didn't you?
You did indeed. Hold on. I've got something here down beside
Let's
my
have a
sofa.
look at your picture. Let's have a look at your picture.
We've got a
What
picture
you-
coming up on the screen.
Here it is.
There you go.
Look, no meat week.
You actually
Made
did that, didn't you?
out
I
of
sat there and I
spaghetti.
did this.
Explain what that was.
These are just spaghetti letters. So if you want to get the kids involved and let them have a bit of fun at the same time, get spaghetti letters, tomato sauce,
quite
and spaghetti. in there.
conveniently, I
Oh,
have
great.
in my hand some
Great.
spaghetti layers, as you said.
Great.
I have spaghetti, and I have 2 pieces of toast. So we're going to ask you to create living the life on the toast
Oh, wow.
while we go to our next break and see how far you can get with that.
All right, cool. Let's do
Look at
this.
the image again. Remind yourself of what you're creating. We're
That's
writing
what-
"Living the Life." Is that
There you
right?
go. Living the life we want to see. See that one there, Taurus?
Yeah, you want to see living the life?
Living the life. Nice
All right,
repeat of
cool.
that.
How are you going to attempt it?
Allah knows.
Okay, you're going to get
Okay.
started there, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we go. Go on. Scoop
I've
it
got
out.
to
Scoop
admit
it.
that didn't look very appetising.
Hold on. Don't tell me it's alphabetti spaghetti. You're not just going to get the
what do you
letters.
think I was going to do?
I thought you were.
Hold on.
No, we have to
There's a
find
whole
out.
load of alphabet spaghettis in here.
Oh, you know what? You
Bit
can ask
by
the
bit.
Sheikh and Dr. Smith if they want to help you.
I thought that you were actually going to make the words out of the little spaghetti pieces.
Let's go, Taurus. You don't have a lot of time.
I'm not genius. I thought you were going to go to the break
Let's
and I
go,
could go
Taurus.
get
You
one
haven't
that I
got a lot
made
of time. You
earlier.
need
Listen,
to
you
find a
better
lot of
get going,
letters.
man.
There's a lot of L's in Living the Life.
Oh my God, there's no L's in this.
He's
Come on. Listen,
Come
listen.
on.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Now, dollop
That's
some of that on there. What letter is
that's
that?
a H. Do we have?
We haven't got an H.
There.
Living the.
There
Oh yeah,
life.
there's a there.
Right.
That's
Okay.
it.
Come on, a bit more sauce, because that doesn't look appetising at
Is
all.
there an A in living the life?
Do you know what?
Oh, no,
you're
there's
being
not.
way too delicate about that. And
You're not going to be able to finish this.
Do you know what it is? I don't
Come on,
want to
if
waste
you-
any of this either. That's
course
the
not.
thing.
We
Don't
will
worry,
eat
I'll
it.
make sure our producer eats it. He's giving us a guarantee in a zero. That's it. Dollop it on.
That's it.
Dollop it on.
See, you said the producer's going to eat it.
Now, many of us film fanatics dream about the science fiction we see in movies. And don't we always go around wondering, what if?
Well, in China, a group of farmers are making our dreams a reality by making their own transformer models. Sabri Bhatti brings us all the action from this story.
The inside of Wang Yuinjian's workshop looks like any other mechanic's garage. But Wang's isn't here to repair vehicles. No, today he's showing us how you take old car parts and make life-size robots. This is Shandong province in eastern China, where farming and agriculture have been leading the country for many years. In fact, the farmers are so good at what they do that they've started taking on new hobbies in their spare time. The discovery is also a lucrative way to make a living. It helped remove old, unusable parts of cars as well as scrap metal and recycle them into something new and fun. The metal is welded together to produce life-size characters from the Transformers animation series. Wang is the general manager of the company that produces the figures. He says he stumbled across the idea. He'd seen a television report about a group that produced smaller versions of the figures for the entertainment industry. Thinking he'd spotted a niche, Wang decided to try and make full-scale models as tall as 12 meters. Wang's team is led by the designer Guo Jianlong. They had nothing but printed out pictures of the models to go by, but embarked on a process of trial and error. Pretty soon they were turning two-dimensional designs into 3D models.
There's a big difference between the cartoons and the physical objects. Some of the things drawn in the cartoons in reality don't exist. There aren't these materials, so you have to think of ways to use other materials instead. Sometimes it's a real headache.
The team first had only 2 people, and they became regular customers at the local metal recycling centre.
Normally we go to waste metal recycle centres to buy metal. We look for car parts and old unwanted spares and we'll buy them. It takes about 10 to 15 days to make the big ones. The small ones take about 2 to 3 days.
Customers range from car dealerships to housing developers to toy shops, with most people looking to buy models in the 12 to 12 metre range. But Wang was somewhat coy when it came to revealing the amount of money his company makes from the Transformers every month.
It's not that fixed. 1 million or so yuan in sales. People from across the country come and buy them.
A measure of the company's success is the fact that its workforce has since swelled to around 20 people. It's even inspired copycat transformer manufacturers in the village. For the team, the next step is to build moving models. With the few prototypes around, it's a tough job, even for a well-seasoned mechanic.
That is awesome. Real life-size transformer robots, don't you think?
I would have said something, but I've been caught red-handed eating the falafel wrap.
Okay.
Taurus, how are we doing with that?
Let's have a
the
look.
life.
Pass the plate over so we can have a look at what it looks like.
Let's see if we can see that. In the meantime, Taurus, if people want to get involved in the serious matter of trying to provide meat in Gaza, how do they do that? The life, I can see that.
It's very simple. All they have to do, go onto the Islamic Help's website, www.islamichelp.org.uk/No Meat Week. All the details are on there. Very simple to register. They just have to set up a fundraising page.
Fantastic.
And they also, as a special treat, if you take part, you get to nominate 3 of your friends to have tomato soup with you.
Fantastic. I have to say, that was a pretty rubbish effort, especially since it was alphabeti spaghetti.
But that was a good effort.
This was good.
We keep on living the life.